Susi and my friends. I'm Nur Hasha binti Rosli. Today I would like to present about Local Agenda 21, the program the councils made and challenge they faced during the implementation of program LA 21. Before that, what is Local Agenda 21? In general, Local Agenda 21 or LA 21 is micro-basis towards realizing sustainable development. Local Agenda 21 was implemented during the Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil in June 1992. Local Agenda 21 also is one of the Earth Summit's programs. At the same time, the conference boosted public awareness of the importance of focusing on both development and environmental issues. Finally, 178 countries that signed Agenda 21 committed to integrate sustainable development into national development strategies and made Agenda 21 a powerful motivator for real sustainable development efforts. To attain this global goal, local government must work with other stakeholders such as the local community, business, government, and non-governmental organizations. According to Agenda 21, the local authorities play an important role in implementing sustainable development at the local level by planning and managing their surrounding areas in order to achieve sustainable development and improve quality of life. This is emphasized in Chapter 28 of Agenda 21. Next, the objective of Local Agenda 21. The first one is to raise awareness of sustainable development and Local Agenda 21 among the community consisting of the public, consumers, NGO, residents associations, mass media, and other community representatives. This is due to the transformation agenda to ensure that the interests of the people from all walks of life are taken into account. The second objective is a shared responsibility involving all partners in Local Agenda 21, including the public sector. If one of them does not work together to realize the dream, sustainable development will not be achieved. Environmental conservation is a long-term effort that involves the cooperation of all stakeholders and must be implemented on an ongoing basis. Third, the objective of the Local Agenda 21 is to formulate strategies and action plans. To successfully launch an initiative or program, it is necessary to develop a strategy or plan first on how to implement it. This is due to the fact that public approval is essential for the setting of objectives, targets, and implementation of initiatives. The last objective is to implement the Local Agenda 21 action plan through the implementation of sustainable development projects. Therefore, efforts will be made and monitoring will be carried out as a result of this. It is necessary to monitor activities and developments on a regular basis. The Local Agenda 21 program continues to be implemented as a result of the positive growth and development it has achieved.
Is Diana Munira binti Yazid and I will presenting about Municipal Council of Sepang. Under the Local Government Act of 1976, the Sepang Municipal Council is responsible for providing basic services and facilities to all Sepang inhabitants in Act 171. Sepang Municipal Council, as a local municipal council, is also in charge of the development plan and the community service plan. MP Sepang was formerly known as the Sepang Town Board and was later renamed as Sepang District Board. The vision of the Sepang Municipal Council is to be a green and prosperous township by 2020. Its mission is providing quality services by practicing a noble and professional work ethic to provide a high standard of living. The aim of Sepang Municipal Council's Local Agenda 21 is to gather towards sustainable development. The Sepang Municipal Council has established the Local Agenda Committee 21 to promote sustainable development. Plan Malaysia established the Green Neighbourhood Program in 2012. Plan Selangor has revised the Green Neighbourhood Program and designated and directed all Selangor local authorities to conduct 5 projects under this program. For example, one of the program initiatives is to build bike pathway A road is fine as a path designed specifically for bicycle users, whether it is shared or separate from the road. The purpose of this isolating is to assure the user's safety and comfort.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Mazniati binti Mazuki. I will continue presenting about Manjung Municipal Council MPM. Manjung District Council was established on 1 January 1980. On 1 August 2001, Manjung District Council was upgraded to Manjung Municipal Council MPM according to the Perak State Government Gazette. MPM aims to create a comfortable, safe and harmonious township with continuous capacity building in various areas. Urban Poverty Eradication (PPKB) is the one of the program in MPM. The Ministry of Housing and Local Government (KPKT) was tasked with carrying out the task of eradicating poverty in the city after the reorganization of the cabinet on 27 March 2004. The handover of this function also includes capacity building on the part of KPKT itself and is extended to the local authority, especially as the implementing agency for this ministry. The government has targeted to eradicate the hardcore poor by the year and poverty as a whole within 5 years, regardless of ethnicity. Poverty eradication efforts in urban areas are focused and give priority to settlement areas and poor groups that still exist in urban areas, such as low-cost housing areas, new village areas, and traditional village areas. Among the activities launched is the establishment of PPKB Secretariat of Manjung Municipal Council. Accordingly, the Secretariat at the Department of Community and Social Development, MPM has acted to create this Secretariat with the main membership involving all members in this department. The purpose of the establishment of this program secretariat is to carry out the identification and make further studies on the data obtained from various sources either through department and agency, especially the sustainability of information and data accuracy to be suitable for urban poverty eradication program. In addition, to help identify poor residents and individuals, especially in the council's operating area, as well as to identify, detect, and evaluate issues and problems in the implementation of urban eradication programs. Also, the Secretariat also works closely with other government department or agency, as well as non-governmental organizations (NGO), the private sector, and community leaders involved in the implementation of urban poverty eradication programs. Apart from the establishment of a secretariat, the MPM KPKT Urban Poverty Eradication Program (PPKB) pamphlet activities were also launched. The council has been tasked to identify and approach the target group, especially the residents in the municipal area in Manjung District, among those who are termed as the urban poor. This is in line with the federal government directive through the KPKT, which wants to each local authority to be equally responsible and ensure that urban poverty can be overcome in their respective areas. The urban poor in the Manjung Township refers to the poor people who are in the council operating area, especially in areas that are subject to assessment tax. Identification of the urban poor based on the average poverty line for Peninsular Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Aina binti Muazzam. I will continue to presenting the program that undertaken by the council, which is Penang Island City Council in implementing Local Agenda 21. Penang is one of the 30 states of Malaysia and is situated in the north of the peninsula. Local government has been existing in Penang since 1856. The Penang Island Municipal Council was founded on December 15, 1976 under the Local Government Act 1976 by the Penang State Legislative Assembly. According to the Section 4 Subsection 2 of the Local Government Act 1976, the Penang State Authority approved on 25 June 2010 to raise the Municipal Council of Penang Island to City Council of Penang Island. As a result, on January 1st, 2015, the Penang Island Municipal Council was become the City Council of Penang Island. The MBPP's vision is to make Penang a harmonious and progressive city while also preserving its unique culture, heritage and natural beauty on a global scale by 2020. While the mission of MBPP is to improve and preserve the quality of life of the city's residents through quality and balanced municipal service and development, a conducive and comprehensive environment and facilities, and also effective governance. Among the local Agenda 21 program conducted by MBPP is the Car Free Day program in 2012. With this program, it can give awareness to the community, especially the people of Penang, to reduce vehicle use and carbon dioxide emission to continue the sustainability of this city. Apart from reducing pollution, it is also an initiative to encourage people to use public transport, cycling and walking to get anywhere. The Penang Island City Council plan to implement a car-free day every Sunday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. The proposed route is part of Beach Street between China Street and Union Street. In addition, part of Church Street between Beach Street and Penang Street. Lastly, part of Bishop Street between Beach Street and Penang Street. The benefit of this program is that the community can practice a healthy lifestyle through walking, cycling and so on. And in addition, this program can also reduce the number of road accidents and reduce road congestion, especially in Georgetown. Lastly, the effort undertaken by MBPP in implementing Local Agenda 21 is Central Area Transit, which is CAT. CAT is a Local Agenda 21 program that emphasizes the social aspect by providing free bus service at designated places. The provision of CAT bus service is an initial step and strategy of the government of Penang and MBPP to increase the encourage the use of public transport in Penang. The first route launched in 2009 is from the jetty to Penang Road and back. The original CAT bus made 19 stops at strategic point of interest, which is service is from 6 a.m. to midnight, where 3 buses travel 20 minutes. The CAT bus is also easily recognizable as the bus is filled with the picture and colourful. Rapid Penang has provided 3 specially painted buses with CAT livery for easily identification. In front of the bus, there is a Hop on Free sign, while the side have a Central Area Transit and also City Hop On.
Faces various hurdles in implementing this green neighborhood concept. Financial allocation is one of the difficulties. Financial issues are prevalent in the second initiative, namely the development of the rainwater collections and reuse system SPAH, which is frequently a contentious topic because the program cannot be implemented if there is insufficient funding. There are no funds, for example, special funds, mutual funds that cannot be classified as either equity or debt funds. These funds are one of a kind and ideal for investors with specific financial goals. Inadequate financial allocation will also have an impact on the program's implementation. Several activities under this program necessitate significant funding, such as the installations of rainwater collections and reuse system. This system produce rainwater using current method, specifically modern technologies. Of course, this technology will necessitate a significant investment. This is the potential to minimize carbon emissions. The use of rainwater can conserve terawatt of water and as a result minimize forest logging for dam construction. Communities' lack of involvement. This challenge can be found in the second initiative, a local park. This neighborhood park necessitates the participation of all stakeholders for the program to be sustained. Many sustainability programs or campaigns have been held. However, the response has been negative. Reusing items is also emphasized in 3R practices. Of fact, it cannot be denied that forming a sustainable community necessitates concentrate effort in society. However, its society's sluggish attitude towards switching to sustainable living practices affects the establishment of a sustainable society, especially in implementing green programs that require public cooperation, as required by every developing country. As a result, addressing this topic is tough because it is up to one individual to jointly sustain this green neighborhood initiative.
The challenge of PPKB program is inefficient people in organizing this program. In organizing this PPKB program, there must be staff or manpower needed to launch this program, such as the Ministry of Housing and Local Government as the program coordinator. The coordination of PPKB programs at the district level is not functioning properly because the parties involved, such as KPKT and local parties, are always burdened by various administrative responsibilities and official ceremony. The lack of staff and manpower to implement the PPKB program, which is considered as an additional task, has also led to the postponement of progress reports and program updates. Lack of staff in handling technical problems related to IKASE data exists in the early stage of PPKB implementation. For example, related to questionable data, data entry, data verification, data updating, and data cleaning. This raised the problem of identifying targets for the hardcore port as well as the implementation of PPKB related programs. There are also difficulties in updating the IKASE system database as the issue of allocation handover is often closely related to loyalty to local leaders as well as late distribution of allocation. The relatively late allocation from the federal to the district agency for implementation also affects the effectiveness of the PPKB program. The delay in allocating the allocation will result in hasty expenditure and waste to meet the requirements of the financial performance KPI at the end of each year. Most of the PPKB programs carried out are also unsustainable. This can be seen when the sponsor or agency involved have gone or withdrawn the support or assistance given to the participants involved, then this will cause the failure of the PPKB program. Next is failure to form effective poverty targets. Mistake in targeting poverty exists involving failure to identify the poor, failure to formulate effective poverty targeting programs due to failure to identify target groups, and governance problems in poverty eradication programs that benefit undue recipients. Based on a case study in several countries in Asia, stated that there are many faults and leaks besides the poor do not benefit from the implementation of poverty targets. Without consideration of social aspects and economic conditions, the poverty target is difficult to achieve, plus the poverty target in taking into account individuals at the grassroots level. This is because individuals at this lowest level affect the future. For example, the organizers of the PPKB program do not take into account the issue of child poverty, which reflects the concept of individualism. Failure to take into account these lowest individuals result in poverty eradication programs not being able to achieve their intended objective. The PPKB program focused more on the poorest people alone compared to the target group of B40, which consists of the hardcore poor, the poor, and households with incomes below 40%. Therefore, there is a need to continue to formulate effort to help the poor and improve poverty programs to have an impact.
Lastly, the challenges are faced by Penang Island City Council in implementing Local Agenda 21, which is the first one is a lack of promotion from the ministry. The Ministry of Housing and Local Government also has a role in disseminating information about Local Agenda 21 to the general public. Effective and constant marketing through mass media and electronic is required to ensure that the Local Agenda 21 program is understood at all levels of society. According to the sources, the Ministry of Housing and Local Government had less success launching a particular promotion on Local Agenda 21 than other agencies. The ministry has also failed to use the internet as a vehicle for the dissemination of Local Agenda 21 information, whether it's through a television or radio channel or a newspaper. This media, particularly for young people, is a critical conduit for communication information effectively in today's world. In collaboration with the local government department, the Ministry of Housing and Local Government has built a website link dedicated to Local Agenda 21 for public education and reference. However, according to the finding of the study, only a small number of websites provide basic and background information on Local Agenda 21. It was also discovered that the website material has not been updated since it was created. These weaknesses have made it challenging to provide the public with more in-depth and up-to-date information. Lastly, financial allocation. Very difficult since the significant allocation to implement Local Agenda 21 is so minimal that it will not be able to cover the entire budget for Local Agenda 21 implementation. As a result, MBPP was able to determine its allocation in order to make the program under Local Agenda 21 success. According to the KPKT, specific allowances are made for startup and the 4 local authorities who spearheaded the Local Agenda 21 project in Malaysia are required to raise more funds in order to move the implementation of Local Agenda 21 later in time. It is also critical to place a strong emphasis on understanding Local Agenda 21, particularly among members of the private sector, because the success of Local Agenda 21 is greatly dependent on the supply of finance from this sector. Due to the lack of appropriate funding, it will surely be difficult for the local authority to advance through the Local Agenda 21 committee that has been established. All parties concerned must recognize that the Local Agenda 21 implementation policy is founded on sensible partnership among the parties engaged. Emphasize the business sector, which has the financial power to contribute to Local Agenda 21 implementation.
Finally, initiatives undertaken by the Sepang Municipal Council, Manjung Municipal Council and Penang City Council have demonstrated the importance of cooperation between local authorities and stakeholders to achieve sustainable development. While local government face a variety of problems, they can use their shortcomings and weaknesses to their advantage to achieve and successfully implement the local agenda program. As a result, by engaging in more frequent interaction and communication, especially with the local community, it is possible to gather public opinion, which can then be incorporated into the agenda distribution process depending on issues faced or improvements made. Local communities will benefit from this initiative as they will have a broader understanding of the importance of an agenda that contributes significantly to their overall quality of life. Therefore, the gradual implementation of LA21 can contribute to raising awareness among Malaysians as well as assist in the development of an environmentally conscious society. That's all from me and my friends. Thank you.